Every now and then I show this patch. This was given to me, sent to me to my P.O. box. I'd say about 8 months ago, give or take. And every now and then I'll show it again to let everybody know my appreciation to all police force, all fire departments, all fire forces. It's funny though, the last time I showed this, someone left me a comment stating that I was using police intimidation. There's some left-wing nut, but here's your police intimidation if you're out there still. Anyway, this video is going to be about women, and you can use children also in this scenario, women and children in a shit hit the fan situation. You got a lot of new preppers out there, and for that matter, people who have been prepping for quite some time but got their education watching The Walking Dead and other television shows. You speak to them and the first words out of their mouths is, well, if anything bad happens, I'm going to just take my family and go in the woods and bug out. Excuse me. That's what they're going to do. They might be man enough to do it, although very few men. In the military, we used to go bivouac. For you military folks, you know what bivouacking is. I'll tell you what, after about a week or two of rain, even some of the toughest guys said, this sucks. And then you get these type of guys who got their education through The Walking Dead, wanting to take their wives, their children into the woods, into the mountains, where other nut jobs will take their wives and children unto also. So you got a forest, or you got a desert full of nut jobs. It is amazing how some people will consider taking their families, their women, out from the protection of four walls and a roof into the desert, into the mountains, when there's nothing wrong with their homes. Now, I can understand if your home is being burnt down or threatened and is no longer safe. I can understand that. Hopefully your retreat is another fortified structure. But getting to the women and the children, some men happen to be, I'm sorry to say, pigs. Some men would take advantage of hard times to take advantage of women. And I think women, as well as children, will have a very difficult time during the shit hit the fan if they are not street smart, if they are not savvy, if they do not learn how to handle themselves, how to fire a weapon. Men, I'm sorry to say, throughout history have proven themselves to be real bad sexual deviants, unfortunately. And I'm not saying all men. Predators, many become predators, both of the female persuasion, as well as children. They will, if they're not a sexual deviant, then they will definitely take advantage of them for their lack of street smarts. They will utilize them, manipulate them, follow them home to their camp, pull in their heartstrings, sympathy, that sort of thing, until they get what they want. I think women and children will have a very difficult time during a shit hit the fan situation. And it's best that you don't bug out. If there's nobody threatening your home, nobody's threatening to burn it down around you, then there's absolutely, and I do mean absolutely, no reason to take your family out of the safety of that home and into the crazy environment. Let's not even talk about severe weather conditions, whether they're hot or cold. You're going to take them out into areas where other people are going to be bugging out. Now, let's face it, the other people might not be as good, as well prepared as you. So in the wilderness, in the mountains, in the desert, as the other families start to run out of supplies, they will look towards your camp, your women, your children. Very unsafe environment to say you're going to bug out. Stay in your homes. Be safe. I got the roof, I got the window blinds blocking harsh sunlight and heat. You're better off just staying home. In my personal opinion, for the safety of your women and children, I would never, ever, ever consider bugging out, taking your women and children out of the safety of the four walls and a roof, unless the home is under grave and imminent threat. When doing so, I would avoid going to areas. Let's just say you had a bug out. I would definitely avoid going to areas that other folks would be considering. And it's going to be hard for you to find those other places. In my opinion, you need to do your research now. If you feel that you're going to need to bug out in the future, then you actually start scoping out those areas now. Find out where you're going to go. Find out how easy it is for other folks to get to. Mark it on a map. GPS coordinates are your best bet. Maybe stash a little bit of supplies there in a cache or whatever they call it. But anyway, your women and children, and I'm not putting down women. They need to train just like the men do. They cannot hesitate. And they must be very alert to how others will try to take advantage of them. Anyway, I've gone on long enough with this video. You have any comments, give me a comment, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Take care of yourselves.